Hello, everyone. Thank you for being on the call tonight. I love the turnout. Thank you for, I know, last minute notice of change of time. So I appreciate you all taking the time to get out. And seeing so many people are on, we might just make this our call time every week because everybody's on. Um, so cool. So tonight we have a special guest. Sarah will be speaking tonight. Sarah, some of you may have seen, she's my success partner. I have put her on our team page because she's also successful, and well, why not have somebody successful on the team as well to help you guys kind of learn a little bit more about the business. This is in Beachbody, 80% of the company is women. I am not a woman, so it is really nice to have a woman in a successful position to be able to speak to you guys to help you, because obviously all the people on this call are women. So it'd be nice to have Sarah share what she does and the challenges she has to overcome to drive her business where it is. So Sarah, I will let you take over. Have at it.
Okay, one of the things I want to say is if there's anything you guys can do is find a male success partner. Clearly, if you're married or in a relationship, talk it over with your significant other. Make sure that they're clearly comfortable with it. But I will tell you that having a male success partner, you should have many success partners, but one of them being a male will level set your playing field sometimes. And it's helpful for Tim and I because I can come on and talk to you guys on a different level than he can. So just one of my tidbits to take away from today. Really quick, I know I don't know a lot of you. I've had bits and pieces of conversations with some of you, but I want to give you a quick background. I started Beachbody coaching in June of 2013. I had no intention whatsoever of coaching. My husband and I were in a bad place. He was looking for some sort of solution. He kept asking me about isogenics. My best friend was an isogenics rep. And I essentially told him that isogenics wasn't for us because I wanted something that was a consistent lifestyle change, that was something that was a healthy family solution, and that that the opportunities that Isogenics is just a different kind of company. It's more, it's not, it wasn't the right fit for us, needless to say. So I got into Beachbody by asking my friend, Candace Talbot, who, for those of you who don't know, she's 10-star elite. She's my upline. She's been a friend of mine for about 15 years or more. I can't remember how old I am some days. I just messaged her and I'm like, so what's up with this Shakeology stuff? Like, we need a solution. Long story short, I signed up to Discount Coach, and in my first month, I ended up passing on 3 customers to Candace. She looked at me and said to me, hello, you could have just covered your costs. I was like, oh crap, all right, fine, I'll just go away from Diamond, and my husband moved out. And we were struggling, and he basically tried to use the company against me in every way that he could. So throughout the next couple of months, I tried really hard to figure out how to maintain a business, but it was nearly impossible. I actually pretty much shut down my business altogether. I passed off all of my customers, etc., to the one coach that was going to stick with me through the whole thing. And I just paid to keep my position in the company for over 18 months while I fought out the divorce. We were divorced at the end of last April, and I started working the business again on April 26th of last year. And in the meantime, I did a few things. I took a big step back and looked at what was happening. I knew that this company had a lot of potential. I knew that I had a lot of potential within the company. And I knew that I was going to come back and I was going to do something different. The first time around, I took the opportunity for granted. I looked at it as a product source and things of that nature. I didn't really look at what I could do with it and what it could do for other people. So I will say, like, with that time off, I knew I couldn't work the company. I didn't even have Facebook. I didn't have anything for those months. But with that time off, I did other things. I got my personal training certification. I did a crap load of personal development. I read every book out there, partially to keep myself sane during a really nasty divorce, but also knowing that all it would do was better me for the long run. I also got my youth fitness certification. My team is called Fit for Our Future. I work with kids whenever I can. But all of this comes back to say that when I came back with a totally different perspective. This is not a company about products. This is a company about people. The sooner you learn that, the sooner you grasp it, the better off you are. So fast forward to, I joined a Diamond Dash. At the end of April, I hopped into a Diamond Dash late and joined this Diamond Dash and was like, all right, I'm going to be Diamond by May 20th. That's my goal, because I'm not going to Summit without being Diamond. And I hit it within like 3 weeks. And then I, from there, built my significant other's business up within the next 4 weeks. And I got my other coach back to Diamond as well. So I went to Summit actually 2-star qualified instead of just Diamond. And it was, I'll say, I didn't keep my qualification. I actually lost my qualification on week 6. Totally disappointing. Totally happened. Totally my own mistakes. Lessons learned. But I got it back again 6 weeks later and was fine. And right now I have my second CBC almost ready for Diamond as well too. So long story short is, once you kind of change your perspective and you refocus and you do all of this, you can be successful. Your focus really has to be in the people. And I had a lot of huge goals when I came back. I knew what the potential was. I also did not realize how much life can get in the way of some of those goals, and that's okay. But that doesn't mean that I'm stopping. Those goals that I didn't hit, guess what? I'll hit them this year. And that's just the way that I live. So I am a single mom. I have 2 other jobs besides Beachbody. I work for a medical devices company. I'm required to travel. I have a huge house that's, as Tim will tell you, is falling apart around me, and I cry about it quite often. If it weren't for Beachbody, I would not be able to give my son the life that I have, though. So I move forward every day. The 2 nights a week that I don't have him, I hostess at a restaurant as well. And to be honest, I wouldn't give up any of it right now. So needless to say, when I tell you that discipline and time management are things that you have to really think about, is an understatement. So I want to talk just about a few, that's pretty much my background. I just came back from the New Leadership Conference in LA, and it was pretty awesome. Obviously, I got to tour headquarters and meet everybody, and it's an awesome experience. So if all of you make it your goal for next year to be there, you won't regret it, and you can do it. So if you have any questions about what those qualifications are, Tim or myself could help you. But it is an awesome experience. There's only, there's like over 30,000 coaches at Summit. There's only 400 people at a new leadership conference. So you're with other people that are peers in the business and other people that want to build and have similar goals, and you do a ton of bonding with them, but you also get one-on-one time with people from corporate. You get one-on-one time with Carl. You get things that you wouldn't get any other way. So make it a goal and hit it. I just want to talk about a couple of things that are like my key things that I focus on a regular basis, and I talk to my team about on a regular basis, because I also want to give you guys time to just ask questions about anything. I am the queen of TMI, so you are more than welcome to pretty much ask me whatever you want. There are 5 things that I talk about with my team all the time. One of them is discipline. If you want to do this as a hobby, discipline isn't that huge of a deal. You can sell it to your mom or to your cousin or whatever, whenever they want it. If you want to make this a future and a full-time job, you totally can. But you have to be disciplined. Selflessness with your challengers, selflessness with your personally sponsored coaches, and I also branch that out to selflessness with other coaches. I'm a huge believer in you are only as strong as your cheering squad and the people around you. So engulf yourself with other selfless people. Engulf yourself with people that are willing to help you. Surround yourself with people that are going to cheer and be your cheerleader day in and day out. If they're not going to be your cheerleader, then you need to communicate with them on some sort of level about how your relationship is going to work if this is a goal of yours. We can talk more about that one-on-one or anything else, because that can go several different ways. Sacrifice. There's sacrifice that has to go along with all of this. I don't ever watch TV. The only thing I ever watch is SpongeBob. And seriously, like if SpongeBob were running for president, like I could tell you anything you wanted to know. But like this is my world. I have a 4-year-old. I don't do anything but work to provide for him. And the little time that I have that I'm not working, sure as hell is not going to be spent on anything for me. It's on him. So if he wants to watch SpongeBob or go see Kung Fu Panda 3, that's what we're doing. So sacrifice. What are the things that you can cut out of your life, out of your day to make this happen for you? 15 minutes of sleep. 15 minutes. You know what you can get done in 15 minutes? You can start 5 new conversations. You can invite 5 new friends. You can literally do all of that stuff and bang out your 5-5-5 in 15 minutes. So wherever you need to cut that 15 minutes out of sacrifice of time to make this work for you, find it and do it. Consistency. And I know I'm like pushing through all of this because Tim and I both have a 9 o'clock call. So I'm sorry that I'm going through really fast, and I'd be happy to do like other calls and talk about new leadership conference, etc. But it is what it is for tonight. Consistency is not only the most important, like I can't even begin to tell you how important it is, because consistency doesn't happen because you post once or twice. You have to post every day. You have to post every day about coaching opportunities. You have to post every day about your challenge groups. You have to do this. Why do you have to do this? You have to do this because that post isn't going to make it into the same person's newsfeed every day. It's going to pop around. So Joe Schmo down the street isn't going to see your 3 posts that day. They might see one of them. So make every post count. And when you're posting, post like you're talking to one person. It may not get you the most likes. It may not get you the most comments. But I can tell you that if you post like you're talking to one person, that one person has probably seen it. And they may not like that post because it really hits home for them. And they may come back to you in 2 or 3 months and say to you, you know what, I saw this 2 months ago. I've been following your posts ever since. And thank you, thank you. And maybe they sign up that day. Maybe they don't sign up for another month. But that's why your consistency in the way you talk to people is so, 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 so important. And if you're struggling with what to post about, the worst thing that you could probably do is scroll through your news feed. Some people swear that it's like, oh, I'm looking for like some positive energy, or oh, I'm looking for something, you know, that kind of sparks my interest that I can post about too. Worst thing you could do you want to know what you're going to end up doing? You're going to spend 30 minutes scrolling through your news feed and making comments and whatever on all of their things and not doing what you need to do. Text your success partner at 5 a.m. Text that person and say, I'm struggling. What the hell do I post about? I need help. What is it that I can, you know, and let me tell you something else. When in doubt, if you're struggling with what you're posting about, it's probably because you need to reflect. You need to step back and look at yourself. You need to step back and look at your business and where your business is. What do your coaches need from you? What do your coaches need from you to post about? What do your challengers need from you? Get to know all of them. Don't just throw them in a challenge group and walk away. Get to know them all, because they will drive you. They will drive what you post about. They will drive what you know that people need to hear about. They will literally feed you with that information so that you can help them be successful. And in turn, you're speaking to more people that are going through journeys that are similar. And I will tell you, if you need to step back and reflect, it's probably because you're not doing all of your personal development. Your business will continually slide when you are not doing personal development. How many of you are reading something or listening to something right now? Hands. It is so important. And I know you're like, I don't know how to juggle this. How am I supposed to find time to exercise, get my workout in for my challenge group, and do 15 minutes of this here and 15 minutes of this here and 10 minutes of this there? This is when I talk about discipline and sacrifice, because it is so important. And I like, seriously, you'll figure it out. If you want to make it work, you'll figure it out. If you don't, you'll make excuses. I can't tell you how tired I am. I can't tell you how tired I am and how much I work. And I'm not talking about it for a pity party. I'm talking about it because I use it to empower myself to keep going. I don't want to be this tired in another year. I don't want to look at my life in another year and say, I really wish I had done that last year. I want to do it now because I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want to keep working 3 jobs. I don't want to keep having to take time away. I also don't want to go into any other line of work where I'm going to have to give up any time with my son. I want to be that mom that gets to go on field trips. I want to do that stuff. So I have goals, and I know that I have to sacrifice now to get there. So do I want to be in the same place next year? Hell no. So if you're feeling lost and you're feeling out of control, look for personal development. I mean, they make apps for it. They make apps for devotions. They make apps for simple truth quotes. Figure out something to work a little bit into your life every day. If you can't start with 15 minutes, start with 5. You know, wherever it is. At night, I turn the TV off, and Jacob and I both lay in bed with books. And he looks at books and I look at books. And then I read him a story, and that's when we go to bed. But that's how it's our book time. And Jacob's read You Are a Badass a couple of times. Yes, he's only 4, so thank God he can't read the swears. But it's one of his favorite books, he tells me. So, whatever. But there's just, I just want you guys to know that you are empowered and you guys can do this and you can lead and you can become all of those things that you watch these other people around you in the business doing. You just have to believe in it yourself and make those sacrifices to make it happen. Tim is very good at helping you work on your daily calendars. It's part of why I recruited him as a success partner, besides the fact that he has a penis. So I'm hoping anyways, because that's what I tell all my males that I recruit. Don't worry, I have a male success partner. He'll help you. But seriously, you can make it happen. And I am totally here for you anytime too. That's why Tim put me into your coach team page, so that I can help whenever you need help as well. A couple of minutes left. I don't want to keep talking because I could talk forever about different things. Anybody have any questions about anything? Yes, Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Becca. Thank you so much, Sarah, for joining us tonight. I'm a certified teacher here in Connecticut for K through 6. Although I've been teaching in a preschool, I just lost my job 2 weeks ago. But you mentioned a youth fitness certification. I was wondering how do I go about looking for something like that?
There are 2 different organizations that I would suggest looking into. The NASM or AFPA. You can Google that; they'll come right up. And they both have youth fitness certifications. They have different requirements for their certifications. So what I would do is I would look into insurance in your state and do a little bit of research about whether or not those organizations are covered. And then also think deeply about what it is that you want to do with that certification, because that'll make a big difference. Do you want to go into a gym and teach like fit kids clubs in a gym? Do you want to go into school systems and teach in school systems? Because a lot of school systems don't have programs anymore, especially at younger ages.
Yeah.
What do you want to use it for? Do you want to use it as a backing to be a coach, like an athletic coach for other things? Because the reason I'm saying that is because depending upon where you want to take it, you want to look at what organization is the best way to get your certification. Okay. If you want to be in a gym, certain gyms might only take certain organization certifications. Okay. So kind of approach it from a business standpoint, and we can talk more. If you have more questions, shoot me a message anytime. Okay. But that's kind of how I took it. I said, hey, I know I want to be able to go into different schools. I know I want to be able to go into different gyms. So I researched a bunch of local gyms, found out what their requirements were, if they would accept certain certifications. And then I did the same thing with schools. Would you accept this? And then there's also, you obviously have to get insured too. Carry your own insurance policy. Best thing you'll ever do.
Okay, cool. Nice, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? I'm hoping to come back again and talk a lot about some of the great takeaways that I got at the New Leadership Conference. It was awesome and inspiring, and I can't even begin to tell you, like, the possibilities that are out there. I know everybody's like, the market's so saturated, the market's so this. Guess what? The market's not saturated. Like, I have a team of, I have like 50 personally sponsored coaches, and it's very rare that they and I ever cross like with the same people. So yeah, there are other coaches I cross with more, but it's fine. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. And if you're a coach, guess what? You'll support the person regardless of who their sponsor is. The right thing to do.
Cool. Thank you, Sarah. I really appreciate you being on tonight. And actually, I was thinking 2 weeks, we have a business opportunity presentation we're doing for the first time right after our Fit Club. So we won't be able to see you then. I almost wonder if we'll schedule it out. It'll either be next week or in the 3 weeks, same day, same time. But we'll work it out. We'll definitely get you on here because hearing that information would be absolutely awesome. So
For sure.
But yeah, we've got to get on our calls. Thank you everyone for being on tonight. Thank you, Sarah. We will.
Bye guys. Friend me, message me, whatever you need. Okay.
Yeah. Sarah's there for you guys whenever. Go ahead and ask for whatever you need, and we will talk to you guys later. Thank you.
Night, everybody.
Night, guys.